Hey everybody, guess what? It's almost the end of the year and you're thinking, did I put money in my RSP? Should have I put money into my RRSP? So for you around the world, anyone that's seeing this, you put money into a registered retirement savings plan, or down in the States, I think it's called an IRA or something like that. Every country has this. And if you put money in there, you get tax money back. Taxes that you would have paid on your income. So in Canada, that's 18% of what you make. So if you make, I don't know, whatever, multiply by 18. If you make $100,000 a year, that's $18,000. Stick that into your RRSP. Take the $18,000 off your income because you don't pay taxes on $100 anymore. You pay taxes on $82,000. So remember, it comes off the top, so it's the highest tax rate. And then you take that tax return and you stick it in your RSP when it comes in. Do not spend it. If you spend it, you defeat the purpose of putting money into the RSP in the first place. Well, not really. At least you put the 18 grand in there. At least you'll leave it in there maybe. Investment advice, S&P 500. Reinvested dividends. Thank you very much. Buy a really good company and reinvest the dividends. That's what I've done. That's what I've done. That's all I've done. Just buy a really good company, reinvest the dividends. That's it. I don't do anything else. As long as the dividend's around that 5-6% mark. I'm not buying a 0.25, 0.75% dividend like these drug companies. But you know, these drug companies can triple and double it. You never pick it. Give it up. I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to do that. The one thing I've always done, I've maxed out my RSP. Well, I don't max it out. I only do the 18 grand. Some years that's difficult. Some years that's easy. But for the most part, that's what I do. And I just buy one stock. Tell us, and I reinvest the dividends. That's it. I don't buy anything else. I've been doing it for 20 years. Okay? Every now and again, I sprinkle a few other things in there that I kind of like. Real companies paying dividends. I can go down and see what they're doing. None of this pie in the sky stuff. And off you go. So there you go. Your RSPs come and due. Got to get ready. Now you can do it in January and February also for this year that we're in, 2024. But remember, max out your RSP every year that you can. If you will not be my age and wondering, do I have a pension? Seriously, you just will not. But mistakes were made, and I'm just going to have to keep on working. The other thing that I'm tying into this RRSP contribution limit, which is $31,560 in Canada, is capital gains. As you all know in the news, if you live in Canada, the capital gains tax has changed and everybody's in an uproar. Are they really? Well, first of all, this is one of the things about government I absolutely despise. They make it complicated. They should have just made it easy. So here's the easy on the capital gains tax. First of all, 99% of the citizens of Canada, nothing will change. In fact, it's probably higher than that. And this is why. Our wonderful Prime Minister I'm going to put the capital gains exemption up to $1.25 million. That's right. Did you hear me? $1.25 million. Now, I sell real estate for a living, and people are calling me. Got revenue properties. They have had them for 30 or 40 years. They don't want to be landlords anymore. And they are freaking out. I'm going to have to pay 66% tax on my capital gains. First of all, we don't have a tax rate that high in Canada. So it's not 66%. So again, they boondoggled that. But you know, they're going to lose the election because of it. 2, you get $1.25 million tax-free. That's your lifetime. So if you bought that for 100 grand in 1990 and you're going to sell it today for, say, $1.5 million. Well, it wouldn't be that much because I do this for a living. It'd probably be $950. Okay? No tax. Zero capital gains tax. Nothing. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And you still have $300,000 in capital gains you can do before you have to pay any taxes. So I would like people to stop complaining. Because if you have a capital gain of more than $1.25 million, you're a rich person. And don't say you're not, because you are. Because that is a massive gain. However you got it, I don't care. It's a massive gain. Remember, it's on the gain. That $100,000 that you originally bought that property for is not part of the gain. It's tax-free unless you depreciated your property, which hopefully you didn't do, because I don't do that. I don't depreciate. So that's the capital gains. Also, a lot of people freaking out. Oh, it's 66. It's just, they made it complicated and people don't want to listen to complication. But it's just math. If you made $1 million gain. So this year, 2024, you claim a $1.25 million capital gain in the capital gains exemption. It qualifies. Okay? And you claim that. And then next year, you have another capital gain and it's $250,000. Okay? Follow me? Old rules, people. 50% is tax-free. 50% you claim as income. So $125,000 gets tacked onto your income, and if you already make $100,000 a year, you'll pay taxes on $225,000, or approximately $60,000 on the $250,000 gain. So, like, come on, enough already. But if it's over $250,000, let's say you have another $1.25 million gain, 33% of that will be tax-free. You have $1 billion gain. $333 million is tax-free. Okay? So stop crying in your soup, people, and learn what it's all about. But I know Skippy's got to be out there saying this, that, and the other thing. But this is how it works. So for every person I know that I've sold revenue properties to, every person I know that have capital gains right now today, I'm in my 60s. These people are cashing in and they have to pay this capital gains tax because they made the investment, they put in the work. We have free healthcare where we live. Okay, well, not 100% free, but it's pretty much free. Okay, get my 1.25 million tax free, the rest got a 50-50 kind of thing. Well, what's wrong with that? I know we all want it to be zero, but it can't be zero. Zero's not an option. And unlike all those lobbyists out there, they want it to be zero. Well, it can't be zero. So know your capital gains. Your personal exemption is $1.25 million. And then 50% you have to claim as income. 50% is tax-free, which is what we've had since Prime Minister John Chrétien changed the law in the 90s. Because remember, if you bought a property before 1997, the capital gains tax was 55%. You bought it knowing that, and now you're complaining because of where it is. Well, just stop complaining, people. Have some fun out there. Get out there. It's minus 8 degrees today. I'm in my new office called my garage, and here we go. We're talking capital gains in Canada. RRSP in Canada. So thank you for tuning in for this one little bit of education on capital gains, and stop worrying about it. I sell revenue properties, families, homes, condos, whatever you want. Okay? That's what I do for a living. If you see this and you live where I live, I will find you what you're looking for because I'm good at it. You go and buy a townhouse right now for $400,000. Let's just use a nice round number because you can get one for $400,000, a really nice one. And 25 years from now, you sell that for $1.5 million. Do you pay any capital gains tax? No. Because the 1.25 million, first of all, will be indexed to inflation and will go up and up and up and up every year because everything's indexed to inflation nowadays. I'm sorry, you will never, ever pay capital gains on that. Now, you might have other businesses and stuff like that where the capital gains come into play, which will use up your exemption. That's not what this is about. Get out there, get a revenue property, get it going, get the tenants to pay it off, and have yourself a wonderful day. I know it's a pain in the ass. I've been doing it for 40-some years, right? Kind of getting tired of it. But the capital gains tax change is a boondoggle that just makes the government look bad, but when actual fact increased my personal exemption, lifetime exemption, to $1.25 million. It used to be $500,000, people. Man, why are you complaining? Get on out there, have a good time, and I'll see you in the future.